The father of two MAGA rioters attempted to drive an Ashli Babbitt Memorial Stone into Arlington National Cemetery on Memorial Day, and it did not go well. Ben Pollock, the father of two January 6 rioters who were captured by the FBI back in January, created this memorial stone and drove it from Florida to the cemetery, honoring Americans who served their country with honor and distinction. That is not exactly something that Ashli Babbitt can claim to have done. She may have served in the military. That does not mean that she served with honor and distinction, especially since she was part of the MAGA mob that tried to overthrow the country. Now, the January 6th Memorial has the names of 4 non-police officers that also died on January 6th. I'm going to show you that here. Ashli Babbitt, Benjamin Phillips, Roseanne Boylan, which is spelled wrong, because, of course, Kevin Greason. There's the memorial stone. Now, Mr. Pollock had argued that Babbitt should also be buried in Arlington, right up there with Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee? Oh, Robert E. Lee. Funny enough, Robert E. Lee, not buried at Arlington. Just saying. He's actually buried at Washington and Lee University, even though Arlington was, I guess, formerly his estate. So, there you go. Now, Pollock then said the 4 listed on the stone had deserved a ticker tape parade because they were, quote, American veterans who sacrificed their lives in the cause of freedom. No, but they didn't, though. They weren't fighting for freedom. They sacrificed their lives for an egomaniac who couldn't handle losing a legitimate election. This is a man who called on his mob of violent people to go try to intimidate members of Congress. I mean, there were people that were hurt, assaulted, killed. So that's what happened on January 6th, just to try to mollify Donald Trump's bruised ego for not winning the election. And look, here's the thing. At the very least, these people also got duped by a con man into doing crime. All right? And that's at the very least, okay? Now, Mr. Pollock's kids, by the way, they didn't die, but they sure joined in the mob. They literally went on the run for years until the FBI caught up to them in Florida earlier this year. Jonathan Pollock had been at large since the summer of 2021, when he was indicted alongside his sister, Olivia, and 3 others. Olivia and one other had skipped out in their trials in 2023. They made off, they ran out, and eventually got caught. Oops. Jonathan had engaged in literal violence during the insurrection, assaulting police officers, breaching barricades. And so, yeah, there's that. Now, getting back to Babbitt here, she famously refused to get back before she was fatally shot. She was crawling through a broken window to go and possibly attack members of Congress who were getting evacuated. And again, the officer that shot her was cleared of wrongdoing and furthermore had been lauded for potentially saving members and staff from serious injury and possible death from this mob. It's pretty clear what happened, okay? Look, she shouldn't have been there. But let's not ignore the reason that she was. It was there because of Donald Trump. January 6th happened because of Donald Trump. These people that were part of his mob were not heroes fighting for freedom and democracy. They were fighting for the opposite. They were fighting to try to restore a leader into power who legitimately lost an election. Look, they were lied to. They were duped. And their deaths should be a reminder of what happens when a lie is believed so widely among a select group of people that they're willing to put their lives, to throw their lives away for someone who really never gave 2 craps about them.